Hello people, this is Colin from Cam Decorations. I want to talk to you about Graco clean shots. Now, I love these things, I mean they're amazing. Basically, on a UK building site you're guaranteed the units are not going to be cleaned. So you're going to be stopping and starting, there's always going to be stuff in your way. And obviously the Graco clean shots prevent spitting at the end of your extensions. So as I said to you previously, I use the extension, it just helps with my back, so I have a real bad back. I have sciatica as well, just due to the work that we do in the building industry. So I use extensions just so it helps me, I can get lower down without actually bending over. Now the Graco clean shot is perfect for this, but there are some teething issues with it. Now the first thing is, you might have noticed if you've got one of these suckers, that when you start cleaning it, after a while the regulator doesn't close all the way in. Now what I mean by the regulator is this thing here. Alright, so that adjusts, you're able to turn that you turn that valve here, and that stops the spitting. Once you've got your guard on your tip in place, you turn this to the desired amount and that actually stops the spitting. Now after a while cleaning it, what usually happens is it just seizes up. It's almost like you're cleaning it and it's not getting rusty, but because obviously it's water and it's a mechanism that moves, what happens is you can't turn it fully in to stop it from spitting, and then what happens, it starts to spit. Now the best thing you could do, every single time, and I've just cleaned down the machine, every single time you clean down your machine, WD-40, your best friend. Alright, when you're a sprayer, and you just literally spray on the regulator, give it a turn, fully in, as you can see, unturn it, fully out, give it another spray, and this, you want to do this like 3 or 4 times than that, just so it feels nice and easy. Alright, so and I'm going to do it for the 3rd time, and as I say, you do this every single time you clean down your machine. Alright, I'll guarantee you this regulator will never stick. You'll be able to turn it every single time to the desired rate you want to turn it, and it will never stick and you will never get spitting. So that's one of the things that will help you out, just in case you're thinking, oh my god, I've got this and like it still spits and the regulator won't turn. That's the best way to make it turn. WD-40 every single time you clean it. Right, another thing with the Graco clean shots is that you get air blockages. Now it feels like a tip block, but you know for a fact the difference between a tip block and an air block. Now with a tip block, you'll be able to reverse your tip, pull the trigger, and it will unblock. You see like the paint come out, and you'll be able to turn it back again, and you'll be able to continue to spray. Now the air blocking, it always seems to happen mostly with the green tips. I don't think I've ever seen it happen with the blue tips, but it's these fine finish tips it seems to happen with. So these tips here, alright, so basically these green tips and that, what happens is, you know definitely, because when it's an air block, because basically you go to turn it and it won't turn. It just will not turn, it's stuck, and that is an air block. Now there's 2 ways to get rid of the air block. One way is, you can use this regulator in the back here. Now what you usually find is the regulator is stuck as well and you can't turn it, so you can just get a screwdriver in the back there, whoop, machine's still on, and turn that. Now if you can't undo that, if it doesn't turn with the regulator, then I'm going to show you another way. If it turns with the regulator, then you're right, you'll be able to turn it back in again and you'll be able to spray. But if it doesn't turn the regulator, the only thing you can do then is turn down the pressure to 0, go down to from spray to prime, dump the pressure, completely dump the pressure. As soon as you dump the pressure, you feel the release on this, alright? And then basically you'll be able to spray again. Now I'm going to tell you a way that I know for fact where you will not get an air block, period, alright? And it's the only way I know how it works now. And I go through this system every single time I put in a green tip. I'll even do it with the blue tips just to make sure, but period. I'll do this every single time and I've never ever had an air block with it. So what I'll do is take off the guard and the tip. Alright, you get your machine all primed up, alright, and then what I do is I build the pressure that I want in the machine, turn the dial up, the regulator up, turn it up to the desired pressure. So if you're working on 2,600, you turn it up to 2,600. Then you put your guard in place without the tip in it. Alright, so put your guard in with the tip, and then you've got to put your tip in. Put it in reverse, and then you'll squeeze the trigger and make sure that there is no blockages in there. You just make sure your tip is clean. So you pull it in reverse, you see the paint come out, then you turn the tip forward, and then the paint, and then you'll be able to spray. It's perfect, and then you can adjust your regulator so it doesn't, you don't get the desired spit. But either way, if you do it like this, you'll never get an air block. Now it seems to be on the green tips, as I said, because I reckon it's a smaller orifice and it's just prone to air blocking in that. But that is the best way. So once again, I run through quick steps of making sure how you do it. It's like you'll have the guard off and the tip not in. You turn your pressure up to the desired pressure you want on. So if you're working on 2.6, turn up to 2.6. Put your guard in, then put your tip in afterwards. Put your tip in reverse, and then you spray through the tip into a bucket. Turn the tip, spray again, and you will not have an air block. And then you turn the regulator to so it doesn't spit